Welcome back to TS Daily with me, Yi. Trigger warning for this story. This happened in Thailand. So this is Belle. And this is also Belle, but during much happier times. So Belle is an aspiring Thailand actress. She has appeared in several Thailand music videos, MVs, as a heroine role. And Belle met her current boyfriend Kong in 2023 via social media. Belle's initial impression of Kong was that he is very quiet and polite. Even though Kong isn't the type of man she usually dates, she finds him to be so well-mannered and treats her well that he could be a potential partner that she's willing to spend the rest of her life with. That was until Belle realized that Kong is actually married with a child legally. Okay? And Belle received threatening messages from Kong's wife demanding her to break up. So Belle confronted Kong and told Kong that, I do not want to be the third party. I would like to leave this relationship. That was when Kong allegedly flipped and assaulted her, locked her up in a room and assaulted her, and Belle only managed to escape with help from a friend. These are the photos of the bruises that she sustained from the alleged assault. Okay? After the first assault, Kong apologized to Belle and told Belle, I'm going to give my wife 1 million baht as a divorce settlement. So please stay on with me while I finalize this divorce with my wife. So Belle agreed to it and waited with Kong until she realized Kong isn't following through on his promise. And Kong instead asked Belle to be his mistress. So during one argument, Kong allegedly assaulted Belle outside her home with a hard object, leaving her unconscious with a bleeding wound on her head. You can see this footage here from outside in a public space where there are paramedics or emergency staff surrounding Belle while her head is wrapped in a lot of bandages, clearly covering a bleeding wound. The assault intensified so much so that there was another time where there's this alleged video in a video corridor showing someone being dragged in a room. Allegedly, this is Belle. And a hotel guest finally intervened and stopped Belle and Kong along the hotel corridor, asking Belle is she okay when she finally broke down in tears. You can see from this very heartbreaking footage right here. So now Belle has sought assistance from the Foundation Campaigning to Reclaim Social Justice, CRSJ, and went public via the TV program and various other social media outlets, sharing video evidence and photos of her injuries, bruises and wounds. Belle has also blocked Kong contact and vowed to pursue legal action fully and committed to never resuming the relationship. Her story has now went viral all over Thai social media, raising public concerns. No statements have been issued by Kong or the police regarding the case as of now. Breaking news, there has been roughly 2,000 cases of dengue reported as of May 15 in Singapore alone. I know that number sounds frighteningly high, but get this actually is a 74% decrease from the same period in 2024. And in 2024 alone, there have been over 13,600 cases of dengue reported in the island. So far, 2 local deaths have been reported in 2025 as of May 15. NEA alone have conducted over 686,000 mosquito inspections in Singapore during 2024 and found 23,900 breeding habitats. And get this, most of the breeding distributions happen in homes, accounting for 67%. 27% for public areas and only 1% at construction sites, with 5% in other premises. Who else expected a construction site to have higher than 1% like I did? And besides that, we also have Project Wolbachia, and get this is the project we actually release more Aedes mosquito to the environment. But wait, relax, okay? We're only releasing male Aedes mosquitoes with the Wolbachia bacteria, who will in turn mate with female Aedes mosquitoes, and get this, the eggs produced will not hatch, which will result in a lower Aedes population. So the Wolbachia project is actually pretty successful and has reduced dengue risk by 75% at release sites and 45% in adjacent areas. So there you have it, we actually have dengue under control, and large dengue outbreaks have been averted despite high baseline cases. And for your last story of the day, I seen this video a few days ago and I didn't think it was real. Let's play the clip right here first. After seeing this 11 seconds clip, my initial thoughts was, this has to be AI, because no way someone can shoot out a whole water stream from his mouth, okay? Some news outlets report this as a man who spit consecutively for 3 days. That is not spitting to me, okay? That is a literal Malayan or actually Blastoise doing hydro pump over there, okay? So anyway, this man has now been recorded on CCTV consecutively for 3 days doing Malayan moves or hydro pump in the sleeping area of Timmy, a beloved community cat, at around 4:30 a.m. on 19 May 2025 at Block 5 Everton Park at HDB Estate off New Road. This act occurred daily at approximately 4 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. with the man seen in office attire carrying a briefcase doing hydro pumps as he passed Timmy's sleeping area at the void deck. So residents actually noticed recurring water stains in Timmy's sleeping area, so they installed a CCTV and they captured the man directly, doing water streams into the cat sleeping area for 3 consecutive days starting 19 May. So finally on 22nd May, residents confronted the man early in the morning after waiting for him, actually camping out for him based on his very predictable schedule. He was initially silent when confronted but nodded and later claimed that he was just rinsing his mouth. I mean, let's watch that clip again, just the part of the water stream. Anyway, after further interrogation, he admitted to, hydro pumping in Timmy's area, apologized and promised not to repeat the act. Residents found his behavior unacceptable but chose not to pursue further action after his apology. Okay, there you have it. We have our local Blastoise, or you could say Malayan.